Good morning, everyone. Most of you will be seeing or hearing this later on in a replay. Happy Sabbath to those who are listening today, or happy rest day to any of you who are taking your rests on the Saturday. And to all the others, happy Saturday. I will be reading the 8th chapter of Revelations today. I'm just going to give people a few minutes to. So we're working on chapter 8. Okay, so the chapters today, there's only one chapter that I'm reading, but the passages in chapter 8 include 7th seal, Prelude to the 7 trumpets, first trumpet, vegetation struck, second trumpet, the seas struck, third trumpet, the waters struck, fourth trumpet, the heavens struck. I would take a concordance with me to the reading. When you're doing your reading, I would really suggest using a concordance just to look up some of the words in the original Hebrew or Greek, as well as to research the context of some of it. There are some interesting things in this chapter. Okay, so now I'm going to read Revelation chapter 8, passage 1. 7th seal, prelude to the 7 trumpets. When he opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. And I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. Then another angel, having a golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense, with the prayers of the saints, ascended before God from the angel's hand. Then the angel took the censer, filled it with fire from the altar, and threw it to the earth. And there were noises, thunderings, lightnings, and an earthquake. So the 7 angels who had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. First trumpet, vegetation struck. The first angel sounded, and hail and fire followed, mingled with blood, and they were thrown to the earth. And a third of the trees were burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. Second trumpet, the seas struck. Then the second angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and a third of the sea became blood. And a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Third trumpet, the waters struck. Then the third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch, and it fell on the third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the water, because it was made bitter. Fourth trumpet, the heavens struck. Then the fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of them were darkened. A third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night. And I looked, and I heard an angel flying through the midst of the heaven, saying with a loud voice, "Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because of the remaining blasts of the trumpet of the 3 angels who are about to sound." Sounds a little scary if you think about it. But some of it I just want to add to the reading. I was watching some eschatology based, not podcasts, but videos that explain some things. And there was a pastor, I believe his name is Pastor Howerton, who mentioned that in reality, some have been fulfilled, some have been partially fulfilled, and some of these visions or prophecies are to be fulfilled, have not come to pass yet. But if you, all this while reading from chapter 1 to 8, I have noticed a lot of these things that I'm pretty sure we have already seen a lot of. For instance, the whole, the first trumpet, vegetation struck, and then, trees burning. Like, there's been forest fires like crazy for the last 5-6 years or so, everywhere. There was a fire in the Amazon, there was one in Australia, there was one in many actually in Canada. It has been kind of at least partially there, if not very evident. So this is why I say, when you read Revelations, use your concordance to look up some of the words in the original Hebrew and in the original Greek. The Old Testament, of course, is in the Hebrew, and Revelations would be in the Greek, I believe, because it is the New Testament. And I would just also research some of these things to see what it actually means, and look around at life, look around at the world, and see if you can recognize any of these patterns. Thank you for listening to my reading of Revelations. Tomorrow I will be reading chapter 9. God bless you all. Have a restful Saturday. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye now.